Thank you so much for joining me for today's ramble. Whisper ramble. I have not filmed in 4 weeks. Does that seem crazy? Probably because I've still been posting pre-filmed content, so you guys may have not even noticed that I've been gone, but I feel like before I left America, I said that I was gonna do a filming schedule that was like Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then swap over to a Monday, Wednesday, and then back to a Tuesday, Thursday, with random posts on like Sundays or something. I don't know. But I had all good intention of like doing this really awesome filming schedule. And then I moved. And it was as if like, how do I say it? How do I explain it? How do I go about telling you what happened? I guess I'll just start from the beginning because, oh my gosh, everything kind of just blew up in our faces a bit. The move has been quite the adventure. I'm just gonna settle in with my little glass of wine that I have here, bestie, to tell you all about it. It's actually more of like a goblet of wine, but the temporary house that we're staying in, this is what they had. So this is what I'm drinking wine out of. And I didn't think y'all would mind. So, yeah, I thought what better than to do a whisper ramble telling you about where I've been for the last 3 to 4 weeks and what's been going on, because I'm so sure that those of you that have been here for a while and that knew about the move, that you might be curious how it went. So yeah. And first let me also say that if I haven't responded to any comments that you've left, or if you've hit me up on any social media platform, I've been extremely MIA. And I apologize, but I'm hoping that, pardon my throat, I'm hoping that when I tell you about what's been going on, that you'll kind of be understanding of the situation. But I'm back, and we're gonna get this thing going. This may be kind of a two-part video. It might have to be, because I just have like so much to get y'all up on. But let's see. Let's start with the move. Oh my goodness, we sold our house in Florida. That was hell. There was so many things about that house that we had to fix that we shouldn't have had to fix. We only lived there for 2 years, and it was like, we literally call it the hell house. It's like, I swear that house is like haunted and cursed. I hate that house. I mean, even as we were moving out, we had to replace the pool pump. I think I told you guys about that a few times. We had to replace the roof before we left. And then even worse is as we were moving out, the freaking garage door broke. It's like, I swear everything that could have gone wrong with that house, it did. It was awful. So, sayonara to that house. Anyway, we ended up, we went to a water park / hotel. It was like, there's a water park in the hotel. Not inside of it, but like at the hotel. That's where we stayed our last night in Florida before we went to the airport on that Sunday honestly one of the best last days I could have had in Florida. It was so much fun to spend time with them. It was so good. The only thing that could have potentially made it better is if my sister and I were on better terms and my sister and her husband could have been there. That would have been great. Honestly, just having the whole family there, I think it just would have been a different vibe. Like, I felt like something was missing a little bit, and I hate that. Like, we didn't really get to say goodbye, and you know, despite everything that's going on and everything that happened, I obviously love my sister very much, and I just wish it could have been a different vibe. Nonetheless, it was fabulous. Such a great time before we left the States. Anyway, we got on the plane, and that wasn't too bad, honestly. Like, going through security wasn't too bad, and waiting on the other side, I mean, everything was like boom, boom, boom. It was so fast, like, on the plane, and like carrying, like, I think we had 2 or 3 carry-on bags, and then of course we had 3 toddlers. I think my husband carried 2 and I carried 1, and then we had bags on our back. You know we had to be the family that when we got on the plane, everybody was like, oh, please don't let them sit next to me, don't make eye contact, please don't let them sit here, please don't let them come near me, because they didn't want us to be like, to have the crying children that was anywhere near them. You know that had to be a thing. But honestly, the kids were really good. Like, I have to give it up to them. We only had a couple like tantrums, and they were short-lived, which was cool. They did serve like a dinner on the flight. I'm trying to think of what it was. I think there was like a cottage pie that you could choose from, or what did I have? I'm not even sure. I don't remember. It was like bow tie pasta with some sort of like chicken and pesto or something. It really wasn't bad. Like a little garlic bread and a salad that was awful. But, you know, it's airline food. You do you. And then I got like just a beer, can of beer. And then my husband got like canned wine. I was like, what are you doing? He's like, I don't know, but I got you one too. And I'm like, oh, now I feel bad because I didn't get you a beer as well, which I should have, but I don't even think the other can of wine got drank. I think we left it on the plane, because that's the other thing, like, you gotta be so careful about taking things off flights. Like that woman that took the apple off the flight and then got fined. Yeah, bruh, I stay away from that, so I think we left it. But, yeah, sidetracked. Hey, how's it going? Y'all missed me, right? So, then, we fed the kids, and we are trying to get them to sleep. I had one on me. I had my son, and my husband had my other son, and then my daughter was sitting in the middle, and she was watching, like, the back of the seats of, like, the videos, and she was watching Bluey. Oh, thank God for Bluey. But she was watching Bluey, and we were trying to get the twins to sleep, and they were starting to like lower the lights, and my husband gets my one son to sleep. He got the easy one. That must have been nice, because in the meantime, I got the one that was like, I want more of this, I want more of that, I want another cheese, I want another cracker, and then it was like, y'all, projectile vomit down the whole front of me. Down the whole front of me. Like, from my neck down to, like, the thighs of my pants. And this was like bad thing number 1. Like, here we are. Da da da. I feel like we're gonna have to start making like a checklist. So I'm like looking around. I grab wipes from our bag and I try to clean myself up a little bit as best I can. I'm cleaning him up, trying to strip his clothes off. And in the meantime, my husband is trying to put our other twin down on the seats so that he can help me. He puts the other twin down and then he goes to like the overhead, like the carry-on stuff, which we had in a completely different aisle because of course, we're one of the last families on the plane because we didn't want to be like in everybody's business before that. And so we had a whole other section where we had to walk to get to our things. And so my husband goes up there, he gets me a change of clothes and gets my son a change of clothes. And of course, I'm an absolute idiot, a total effing donkey, because we put our kids' pajamas on before we got on the plane, like right before we got on, because we're like, cool, they're gonna sleep. It's an 8 o'clock or 8:30, 9 o'clock flight, which is their standard bedtime. So we thought, cool, boom, 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 we'll give them milk, they'll go to sleep. These stewards on the flight, like the flight attendants, kudos to Virgin Atlantic, anyway, airlines, because they were epic. They're like, I said, we've got these bottles that we had juice in, could you rinse them out? They're like, yeah, do you want us to put milk in it? Do you want us to warm the milk up? And we're like, no, just cold milk is fine. And they were so freaking awesome about it and so kind. And they're like, yeah, you know, anything you need, you let us know. You need a bag for diapers, you let us know. Anything, we got you. And it was just like, I love you. We had two guys for most of the flight, and they were just so awesome, so particularly amazing. I will say that. I know one of them was a father because I heard him talking about his girls and the flights that he does, because he only works so many days, and I was listening to him talk about like the perks and the disadvantages, like what he liked about America versus the UK and back and forth, because he was talking to a couple that are from the UK and he was talking about the different things that he likes and doesn't like, and I heard him talking about his kids, and one of them getting ready to go off to college, and I was like, okay, so he's a dad, he knows. That's probably why he's so freaking helpful. But anyway, they were awesome. So they had gotten the kids milk, and yeah, they had found another section for us to put our things in and everything. They were great. So my husband gets me clothes. I didn't bring a spare change of clothes for my kids onto the plane. I kick myself. I'm a mom. I should know. I should remember. There's stuff that you know as a mom that you have to remember. Food, snacks, milk, diapers, wipes, spare change of clothes. But in my mind, I was like, Jemmy's sleep, and we're there. Because the flight was going to land at like 5 a.m. our time. We were leaving at like 8:30, 9 o'clock, which is their standard time. And then we were going to land around like 5:30. So I was like, cool, it's perfect. They'll sleep throughout the flight. Good to go. But they didn't sleep throughout the flight. They got on the flight. They're like, oh, look at everything new and exciting. And oh, look, there's TVs. And oh, look at all the people. And hi, people. Hello, everyone. I want this food. Ah, scream, scream, scream. I want milk. Got milk. Now I'm vomiting. Yes. So, my other son's sleeping. My husband's getting me clothes. He takes my son from me, tries to clean him up in the bathroom while I'm still now sitting in vomit waiting for him to come back because I can't leave my other 2 kids sitting here by themselves. So I have to wait until my husband comes back from cleaning him up before I can go in the bathroom and clean myself up. Just chilling here, drenched in puke. Fun. Y'all. So, you guys following this? You enjoying this? I bet. So anyway, I finally am able to get up, get myself all cleaned up, change into my pajamas. Still a bit feeling like I smell like puke, you know, when it's like filled your nose and you're like, bro, do I stink? I do not want to be that American girl going into the UK that stinks like puke. Or just any girl that goes into any new country. My first day in, you know, meeting up with my husband's brother, my brother-in-law, to be like, hey, hugs, I smell like puke. I've missed you, I haven't seen you in ages, I smell like puke. I just didn't want to be that person, so I kept going, honey, baby, do I stink? Smell me. And he's like, no, honey, you're fine. And I'm like, but smell my skin right here. He's like, you smell fine. I'm like, okay, good, thanks. Just want to make sure. Anyway, so we made it through. I didn't sleep much, I'll be honest. My husband, our guys, our flight attendants came over and they're like, hey, we've got like 4 empty rows in the back. If y'all want to take one of the kids and lay down back there, you're more than welcome to. And we're like, oh, you're a godsend, man. So my husband took the one that puked on me, the other twin, who was still awake a little bit. He was starting to get tired. Took him back to an empty row, like 3 rows back, and laid with him. And I stayed with the other 2 kids, the one that was already sleeping and the one that was now my daughter starting to pass out. Bluey was getting old and she was nodding off. At this point it's probably like 10:30, 11 o'clock. And the lights are dimming down low and everybody's kind of starting to settle in. And in the meantime, I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna pop a movie on or something. And I don't even remember what I turned on. I was looking for like some sort of like reality television to really like fill my brain, because I just needed to get my mind off of the fact that I had left my family and everything that I'd ever known, the country that I was born and raised in. The fact that I was moving my children to a new country. And like, it still hadn't quite hit me. Like, I was just like, what are we doing? This is crazy. I have no home to go back to. I really have no home to go forward to. I'm freaking out a little bit. Good timing, as we're flying across an ocean. And, yeah. So, I tried to find like a comedy movie. I couldn't really find anything though. There was no reality TV. There was no comedy. I was just like, you know what? Maybe I'll watch Bluey too. No, I can't remember what I watched. I watched, I don't know, something with like Jane Fonda or something. I don't remember. Anyway, I couldn't find anything that I was really enjoying, so I kept turning things off and turning them back on, and yeah. And I kept kind of like dozing in and out, and I kept like having to like catch my son because he wanted to roll off the seats. And then like right when we all get settled, it was like, bing, you have to put your fasten your seatbelt sign on. And I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, we're hitting turbulence. And the captain has asked that you put on your seatbelts. Get buckled in. I'm like, you're kidding. My husband tells me later, I did not fasten any seatbelt. And no one said anything to him, and I was like, you bitch. You get away with stuff like that though. I don't. They'd be like, ma'am, you're gonna have to. Yep, and I did too. I picked up my twin that was sleeping, which really sucked because he was sleeping really good. Put him on me, strapped him up, did the whole bit, and got my daughter all clipped in. They're both still sleeping miraculously, and then bing, they turn the fucking light off. I'm like, oh, of course you did. Cheers. Yeah. This is getting long already. I'm 23 minutes in and I haven't even landed our airplane yet. You guys must be enjoying this. I've got 4 weeks of stuff to tell you, and I haven't even gotten through a freaking 8-hour flight yet. Y'all. So, anyway, we land. Things are good. Things are so good, but they're so good that we landed 30 minutes early. Do you know what it's like to land 30 minutes early when you have somebody scheduled to come pick you up? Thankfully, it actually worked out. Like, he was there on time, and he had a whole, like, minivan to pick us up. Not a minivan, a minibus to pick us up, which is great. But let me tell you what it's like to travel with 3 toddlers. On the other side, you have to travel somewhere in a car. So you have to have 3 car seats. 3 car seats. So that way when you get to the other side, which by the way, they are free, so that was nice. But like, we traveled with 3 car seats, 3 carry-on bags, 4 very large suitcases that we checked, and an extremely large twin stroller. Try that calculation on for size when you're trying to be 2 adults carrying 3 toddlers, 3 carry-on bags, pull 4 checked bags, and carry 3 car seats. It's literally impossible. And these little cart things that they give you, they're not like these big, like monster size carts that you can just like put all your stuff on and like just wheel it out like it's a fucking hotel or something. No, it's not convenient like that. They're like tiny shopping carts. At one point, we used a wheelchair. Like, no shit, this happened. We used a wheelchair and put our carry-on bags and one of the kids on it, and oh my god. And so when we got up to like the passport spot where it's like customs, that's what it's called, with our passports in hand, the guy says to us, there's like a security guy there, and he said, hey, you've got a handicapped wheelchair, just go ahead and go through the handicap line. And we're like, nah dude, it's cool, we're not handicapped, we just kind of stole a rando wheelchair so that way we could carry all this stuff because we're struggling, like, please don't judge us. And he's like, no, it's fine, you look fairly handicapped to me. Just go through the handicap line. So we did. That was really nice of him too. But honestly, it was pretty dead in there, like, I'm not gonna lie. And my husband was like, what is going on? Where is everyone? He's like, this isn't normal. But we get into the other line and we tell the guy, like, where is everyone? And he's like, shh, don't say that, you'll jinx us. Okay, you want to hear another beep from us? Anyway, so we got through the customs line like bada bing bada boom, bada bing bada boom, bada bing bada boom, bada bing bada boom. It was super fast. It was great. And it's so fun because after we got all of our stuff and we have these 2 the sweetest thing ever. It was pretty bomb. I got a picture of the sign. I'll put it up here for you somewhere so you guys can see it. But it was, oh, what an adventure that was. Our first flight as a family of 5. Our first international flight as a family of 5, which is super cool. We made it. We made it. Like I said, there's definitely gonna be like a to be continued, like multiple parts to this whisper ramble. This move has been so challenging, so unexpected. It's been disaster after disaster, and yet it's I can laugh about it, I can smile. It's been madness, I will say. I'm just gonna finish off with this because obviously I'm in the UK now. I'm in a different filming space, although it probably doesn't look like it because I brought all my stuff with me to set up and to try to keep it familiar. I don't love this background. I kind of hate that it's like kind of dark and kind of gloomy. It's just like, oh, vines and a black sheet. But I will say there's a mirror behind this. And I didn't want to like do this whole reflective bit. You can see all of our junk. I'm in what these guys call an outhouse, which, by the way, to an American, an outhouse is like somewhere that you go to the toilet. Not particularly a great name for this. It's more of like a, how do I explain this? It's like a, I don't know, it's not connected to the house. It's like a shed, right? But yet it's got a radiator, so it's heated in here, and it's big, and it's got mirrors everywhere because they used to have it as their gym. This is my husband's dad's house. And we've made it into a playroom for the kids out here. And I think I'm going to give you guys a tour of our temporary house. Are you guys game for that? Would you want to see that? Like, I'll start from the outside of the house. I'll show you what it looks like. We'll go inside. You can kind of see the rooms. And, yeah, I'll give you guys a tour. And if you're interested in buying it, by all means, it's up for sale. But, yeah, we're just staying in it for a little while until we find our UK forever home. But we have just, like I said, run into challenge after challenge since we've been here. Oh my goodness, guys. The craziest, most adventurous and chaotic stories that I'm preparing to tell you. Outside of the flight, obviously, because the flight was an adventure in itself. But, yeah, I have missed you guys. Legit, friend. I feel like I have not vented about any of this stuff to a single person. I've talked to my husband about it, but I want to remain positive for him. Like, you know, I don't want to like rehash stuff that he already knows about and be like, oh, this is what happened and it was a freaking mess. But, you know, we're trucking. Because he knows. He lived it with me and we're getting through it. But, yeah, I've almost finished my wine, so I've got to head in for a top up. But you guys tell me, if you've made it this far into the video, please leave an airplane emoji. I feel like that's a good one. Leave an airplane emoji so that you can really, I can know that you've listened to this whole crazy story. I'm sorry for you because it's madness, but yeah, I'm gonna do some more like even know that I could put that into one because it's been crazy, but I suppose I will try, and we'll see how many parts we get to this whisper ramble. As always, I appreciate you coming to give this a listen, for coming to hang out with me. Pardon my throat. And I definitely hope to see you in my next video. I hope that you come back and hang out with me again. I definitely have a lot of videos kind of that I'm planning, but I wanted to focus on some whisper rambles for a minute to kind of fill you in on where I've been, get you updated. I did also, for all you bubblegum chewing lovers, I picked up some UK bubblegum, my first pack. It was 65 pence. Sorry, I'm still getting used to all this. But I'm also wanting to kind of go through the big differences between here and America, because wow, who knew? I really thought we were more alike, and we are not. There's a